of our conference today, and that's where we get to recognize the Terry Duvernay Award. Let's introduce Terry Duvernay by turning your attention to the video screen, and let's get to know something about this amazing man and giant in the housing industry.
What I remember about Terry is his ability to walk into a room, everyone's attention would be on him.
He was a great dancer. I mean, here's this huge guy that really big. You think, oh, he can't move, but he was a wonderful dancer.
He had more friends than any other single individual I have ever known.
It's not every day you meet someone who's bigger than life and knew that.
Terry was a very humble person. A lot of people who are have a presence, physical presence like that, tend to be, very loud and very, look at me, and they command kind of respect. He commanded respect by being humble.
Terry was always real. He could be talking to the guys in the barbershop or a corporate CEO, a homeless person, but it was always with the same demeanor.
He had a good voice, and he loved to sing. He loved to cook. He loved to play cards. He loved to have his friends around him. And so he had fun with life.
The time I spent at Misha, it started in 1986 when I came to work for Terry Duvernay, who was the executive director of Misha at that time. Terry was a national expert in housing and community development. Terry had this feeling that you can't improve a person's quality of life by just giving them a good place to live.
He brought policy that was beyond just financing housing units, that this is a community you're building.
He was the first one to understand that low-income families needed affordable housing. When kids are living in a safe home and they have heat and they have lights and then they go to school, they'll do better. Affordable housing is really what we mean affordable. Not affordable because 80% are area medium income, but for a single mom who's working at McDonald's for that $12 an hour, and they're not paying $600 or $700 a month when they're only making $6 or $7.
When you get involved in the complexities of the work and the financing, it's easy to get caught up in the mechanics of the work. He regularly reminded us that all this work is about the people we're serving.
All these years later, people still talk about Terry Duvernay.
Terry's legacy lives on, and we're right back where Terry was, where it's getting people around the table talking about what we can do together as opposed to what we can't do. And when you keep it about the people, you can do a lot more together.
He did things in Michigan that had never been done before, using the powers and the ability at Misha. And hence the Duvernay Award is really the highest award you can achieve if you're involved in anything related to affordable housing and community development.
Terry is one of those people that remain a very important part of my life.
I would not be here today in the position that I'm in if not for him.
I miss to this day because there aren't too many Terry Duvernays that you come in contact with in your life.
Thank you for being the type of leader that gave opportunities for those of us who had no clue 30 years ago what it would mean to provide affordable housing to the community.
He continues to inspire us.
I think he made me a better father, and he brought out the best in me. And I never had a chance to actually thank him for it, but that's what I would tell him.
Come on, round of applause for Terry Duvernay, a man who changed the face of housing here in Michigan. And now I get to introduce the award nominator. He is the founder, president, and CEO of Gnasco Development Company and the 2025 Duvernay Award recipient, and the nominator of this year's awardee. Please welcome Amin Irving.
Don't let the days of your life pass by. You need to get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get high.
Hey, y'all. I love that song. So, earlier this year, I was sitting at my desk looking at an architectural rendering, trying to figure out why are they called apartments when they're all stuck together? Nevertheless, it was then that an email came from Gary Heidel that brought me back to reality, demanding prior Duvernay Award winners to nominate this year's class or awardee. And let me tell you, I didn't know how intense this Duvernay Award process was until I was included in all the emails. It's a really thorough and very comprehensive process, which is the best way to describe Jennifer Everhart. A little known fact about Jennifer is that she was the very first person to actually call me back and took the very first face-to-face meeting I ever had in this wonderful world of affordable housing. When we met, she proceeded to kill the opportunity that I hadn't yet, that I brought to her, because I wasn't familiar with the 10-year rule. However, she didn't leave me totally dejected. She pointed me to the reference book that at the time, the Michigan Capital Fund, if y'all remember those days, used as their Bible for all things affordable housing. Throughout the years, Jennifer has displayed herself quietly as a loyal, intelligent, solution-oriented team member behind the scenes at Cinnaire. If Mark McDaniel is the fighter jet of Cinnaire that is loud and everybody sees, then Jennifer Everhart is a nuclear submarine. So when Gary made the call for candidates, Jennifer was the first person to come to my mind. And when the votes were tallied, I was thrilled to see that others shared in my sentiments. Therefore, it is my great honor to welcome Jennifer Everhart to Michigan's Affordable Housing Hall of Fame as the 2026 Terry Duvernay Awardee. Congratulations.
What's that? Yeah. Funky. How about a big hand now?
Wait a minute.
Groovy, jazzy, funky, bounce, dance as we dip in the melodic sea.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Well, thank you. I am truly honored and humbled to receive the Terrence R. Duvernay Award. While I never met Terry personally, I feel like I know him from all the stories I've heard about him and his advice and challenge to remember that it's all about the people. Words that I and all of us at Cinnaire have tried to live every day. When I reflect on my journey, I know that I am shaped by growing up in the city of Detroit, being raised by a single mom who intentionally created a diverse and supportive community for me and my sister, and an understanding that I am because we are. My humanity, our humanity, is tied to the humanity of others. This interconnectedness is why the work we do is so important to me. I believe that everyone has inherent worth, and one of the most fundamental ways to honor that worth is to ensure people have a safe, nurturing, affordable place to live in a healthy, vibrant community. As we look ahead, I believe our work demands both humility and courage. Humility to listen and learn, and courage to redesign systems that were never built for everyone. I believe that capital, when guided by purpose and invested in people and places, can be a powerful force for dignity, stability, and hope. Let's continue working together to make this type of community a reality. I have been incredibly fortunate to spend most of my career at Cinnaire, an organization that has allowed me to keep asking hard questions about who has access to capital, who is excluded, what that access or lack thereof says about their worth, and how together we can create a more just community. I am grateful to colleagues, partners, and mentors who trust that centering equity, empathy, and community voice strengthens our work rather than compromises it. Thank you to Terry Duvernay, may he rest in peace, for whom this award is named. Thank you, Amin, for your nomination, your partnership, and friendship over the years. Thank you to the Duvernay Award Committee. I am honored to be in your ranks. And thank you to my Cinnaire colleagues. I could not do this work without your talent and dedication. You make this hard work a little bit easier and a lot more fun. And finally, to my family, I thank you. Your love, patience, and support keeps me grounded and is my constant reminder of why I do this work. Thank you all very much.
That's right. Well deserved. And now we're going to unveil the award.
In addition to a custom painting of Jennifer and Terry Duvernay, this award also allows for Jennifer to choose to direct $5,000 to a housing-related nonprofit of her choice. This year, Jennifer has selected Grandmont Rosedale Development Corporation in Detroit on her behalf.
We're going to ask those former recipients of the Duvernay Award to please stay around at the conclusion of the conference so that a group photo can be taken. At this time, we're going to bring back the director, executive director, and CEO of MSHDA, Amy Hovey. I wanted to say Duvernay, but it's not Duvernay. Come on, let's give Amy a hand as she comes.
I had to stop for a second and go, did they replace me since this morning? Which, you know, you never know in this climate. Congratulations, Jennifer. So exciting and so well-deserved. I'm lucky enough to sit with past winners, and you guys are all awesome. So thanks for all you've done all these years and paving the way for all these new emerging developers that are sitting in the crowd as well. It has been a great conference. Does everyone feel like it's been a great conference? I need to say thank you to the MSHDA staff. So Tim Clant and Karen Gagnon and our comms team have worked really hard with some support from other MSHDA staff and the Great Lakes Housing Services Organization to put on the conference today. They work on it for almost an entire year, and they just done a great job. So thank you to them. Nothing makes me happier than the music. Anj, wave your hand. Thank you so much for the great tunes. I love being able to kind of have that music to help energize all of us. I also want to thank our sponsors. We have very, very loyal sponsors to this conference who have come back year after year. Some of them, including Cinnaire, for the full 27 years of the conference. They make this possible and keep it affordable. So thank you to the sponsors once again. And then I just want to end with kind of how I started, and the fact that we have done amazing work since we were here last year. We have gotten a lot of housing developed, a lot of supportive services. We've preserved a lot of housing units. I'm hopeful that over these last day and a half, over the 60-plus sessions, that you are leaving energized, that you're leaving with a new idea, a new partner, and are ready to get to work for this next year. So thanks for everyone coming. I appreciate you. Safe travels.
So we back in the club with our bodies rocking from side to side, side, side to side. Thank God the week is done. I feel like a zombie gone back to life, back to life. Hands up, yeah, suddenly we all got our hands up. No control of my body. Ain't I seen you before? I think I remember those eyes, 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 eyes. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. So dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Keep downing drinks like there's no tomorrow. That's just right now, 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 now. Gonna set the roof on fire. Gonna burn this motherfucker down, 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 down. Hands up. When the music drops, we both put our hands up. Put your hands on my body. Swear I've seen you before. I think I remember those eyes, 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 eyes. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. So dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again.
Don't lie. Hear no evil, or speak no evil, or see no evil. Get it, baby, hope you catch that like T.O. That's how we roll. My life is a movie and you just TiVo. Mommy got me twisted like a dreadlock. She don't wrestle.